You're welcome to my channel, Mindset Academy, where we want to reproduce the given figure that is displayed at the right hand side of the screen into orthographic projection. Now we are precise in the kind of projection we should project this given view, and we are told this is in what? First angle projection. So what you do, the first thing you do is to draw your vertical and what? Horizontal line, right? And you measure 10 millimeter up, 10 millimeter down, 10 millimeter to the right and 10 millimeter to the left. So this is what we're doing here. If I take this, I will have this way. And if I take this too, I'll be having this way. Then do the 10 to the left and 10 to the right also this way. Right? So I'll come here. And I'll come here too. Can you see that? So you're going to measure it in just two places. Now after that, we say we'll be looking at the direction from this side where my arrow is pointing. So what's the entire length you've seen? So since it's in first angle projection, we can either use the first quadrant or the second quadrant to have the same answer all together now. So our elevation will be on top here. Is that okay? So let me do it at this point here. So we'll see what we are talking about. So if I should draw here, the entire length from here to here, we're looking from this side. So the entire length from here to here is 105. So I am going to measure 105 from this point here. So from 0 here, and this is 105 here. Can you see that? And I'm going to project it up. That 105. Hope you can see that. Now the next thing we're doing here is the height is given to be, if you look at, we're given 100 diameter width of 25. Is that taken? That means the diameter of this given curve here is 100, so we'll be needing the radius, which is 50, plus the height that is there, which is 80. So 50 plus 80, that is 130. So I'm going to measure a height of 130. So from here, I'll measure height of 130, and we're having it at this point here. So I'm going to draw my line on that point. Can you see that? So once you've done that, then we'll start doing the needful here. So what we have here, the entire length here is hidden, is visible. So I am going to thicken from the beginning of this line to the ending of the line here. Can you see that? Then the entire height will be seeing the curve. I told you when you're looking at the curve at a vertical, at the perpendicular side, is to see it as a straight line. Is that okay now? So the curve here, you'll be looking from the beginning to the end here as what? As a straight line. So you're going to draw this as a straight line this way. Can you see that? Then the thickness here is given to be, we're told that width of what? 25. So the thickness of this curve is what? 25. So I'm going to measure 25 from here. From 0 to what? 25. Then I'm going to project it up with faint lines first of all. Is that taken? Then after doing that, now the next thing that we are going to do is the thickness from here to here, which is somewhere around here to here, and that is what? 25 also. So I'm going to measure another 25 here. Is that again? So from 0 to 25. Can you see that? And I'm going to close it up this way. Now the next thing is, what I'll do next again is I'll measure a height of 80. As you can see, this 80 here. Let's do that first. a height of 80 from here, from the base here, 0 to 8 is a height of 80, right? From that point of 80, I will now measure 25 downward to measure a depth of 25, right? This is 25 here. Can you see that? This is what we are doing here. Now you now measure the half of this line. Are you with me? That's where you place that web. So I'll measure the half. So from the beginning to here is given to be 80. So half of it will be what? 40. Can you see that? Then I'll now take my meter rule and I'm going to join. So I'll join from here to this 40 here. Are we there? Then after you've done that, it's still the same way. You can use your angle of what? See the same thing here. So after that, we'll now take you're now taking it from here to the top. From this point, you take it to the top, right? And you close your up to this point here. Can you see that? Now the next thing is you close your up too. Then after that, what else again do we have? Then the circle. We have a circle internally here. So what we'll do is to get the center where that circle is. So since the width here, since the diameter of this arc that you can see on the screen is 100, so that means half of it will be what? 50. So I'm going to measure the 50 from here. From 0 to 5. That is 50. Can you see that? So that will be the center of this figure here. So I'll draw long, short, long, short, long, short, long. Can you see that? I will now measure the diameter, what, 72 first, which will now take radius of what? Half of 72 will give us 36. So I'll now measure 36 up and down. So let's do that and see. So 36 up and down. So from 0, 36 here, right? So I'll place it at this point. I'll mark 36 up and 36 down. So at that point, that is where we have our hidden line, because you cannot see that shape from afar. So I have this long, short dashes. And here also short dashes. Hope you can see that. Then the next one, after the 72, the next one will now go in by 12. Oh, good. We'll go in by what? By 12, because it said 72 by 12. So this particular measurement, take it in by 12. So measure your 12 millimeter inward. So from 0 to 12. Can you see that? Then at that point, we have that. Then I will now draw a line from here, another hidden line this way, because we cannot see it. So when you've done that, then the next one we have is diameter of 60. That is the inner one. So from here again, I will now measure 30, 30. Since we're given diameter of 60, you measure radius of what? 30, 30. So 0 to 3 is 30, right? And I'll place it at this point, and I'll measure 30, 30. So from that point, I'll now draw another hidden line that will go in through dash, 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 and dash, dash, dash. Can you see that? So this is where we have, but we're not done yet. Then in between this figure, right, we notice the center line here that we measured, half of the figure. Now we're not given that 40 by 24 by 12. So what you'll be seeing here will be the width here, right, the length here, which is what, 24, and you to go in by 12. So what you just do is you measure 24, that is 12 in both sides, this way, from this point, right? From this point you're going to measure 12 here and 12 here. And you take it down, first of all, faint line. Can you see that? Then after you've done that, the next thing is not going in by 12, first of all. So you measure another 12 inward, from 0 to 12. Then, after you've done that, then we have the hidden line going this way. This way. Can you see that? And this way too. Can you see that? Then the next one is you now measure another 16 from here. So just take this one down and measure 16 on both sides. So from 0 to 8 here, this is 8, and here also is 8, making 16, and you take it down. So this is what we're having there. So the next thing we have is the circular shape that you can see. The diameter of the circular shape is 14. So I will get to that point. First of all, you measure 20 from here to get to one of the points there. So let's do that. Because you look at it, we have 20. So you measure 20 from there. So from 0 to 20, that will be the center. Then from that 20, from 0 to 40 here, right? That point to see will be a center line. Long, short, long, short, long. Here also the same thing. Long, short, long, short, long. So you now measure 7 in both sides. If I have 0 here, this is 7. That is another 7. Here also, you measure 7. And this is another 7. And you bring them down with hidden line because of the circle that is there. So that is what we have gotten. So after we've done that, the next thing that we have here is to draw the plan, looking at it from the top, right? To draw what? The plan, looking at it from the top. So the plan is always below the elevation. So what you should just do is project this point downward this way. Right? And the thickness is what? 100, as you can see on the screen. This is the 100 here. Here is the 100 here, and you just load it up, right? So once you've done that, you start projecting this. So you'll be seeing a curve. As this curve you're seeing here, the thickness of the curve, which is the thickness of here also, if you've seen it, you bring it down straight ahead. So from here, you take it down, meaning that this will be thickened. Here also will be thickened. Then the inner one too, the same will apply. You do the same thing, you get the center line of it, which is also 50. So from here to here is 50. And you come here, you mark your 50 to get the center of that 100. And that will be your center line. Alright. And doing that, you just do the same thing you did here. Nothing changes, everything is the same because circle is concentric. So you mark this, you come here, you cut up, you cut down, right? And you just do the same thing. Just the same thing. And the next one is you come from the back here, you take it down here, and you come here, you mark up, you mark down, then the length of it is just the same thing you did here, you come and do here. This is the length of it. So I'll just take my meter rule and I'll just close it up. And close it up. So in circular shapes, you see the same thing you see in the elevation, also in the plan. Are we there? Then aside that, the next thing that we have is project this way. Then you taking everything from this end here. You see it as a straight line. Even that curve you see it as what? As a straight line. Come and touch here. Here too, from here to here, also the same thing. Because the figure is symmetrical. So on this line, the web here you see, you be seen as a straight line, right? And the thickness you can see is given to be what? 12. So I'm going to measure 12 from here. From 0 to 12. And also here also. From 0 to 12. Then I'm going to close it up. And I'll close it up. And I'll close it up here too. Can you see that? Now there's a circle here, and the circle has the same center. This is a circle, this is a circle as my arrow is pointing on the screen. This circle here is where my arrow is pointing. So if you see those two circles are on the same line here, so we'll see one at this point where my arrow is pointing and this other point where my arrow is pointing. So I'll just draw my straight line. Now the question is, where will they be placed? So the thickness where they'll be placed is 20 away from the end of this plan here. So I'll just measure 20. So from 0 here to 20. So this is 20 here. And here also from 0 here to 20. That is 20 there. So where they meet at this point here, long, short, long, short, long. At this point here, long, short, long, short, long. Then this one also, long, short, long, short, long, long, short, long, short, long. So they are meeting here. So this is where you now draw your diameter of 14, which has a radius of what? 7. So this radius of 7 here, I'll put it at the center point. And I will draw a circle. I'll come here to this point here. I'll draw another circle. So hope you can see that. Then the other one is placed here also. So if I project here in this direction, this way, the center line also, I project it this way. So where it is meeting with this center line here also, same 20. Long, short, long, short, long. Here also, long, short, long, short, long. So what I use to draw this, to get this guy here, I'll do it here too. And here too. So you can see that these are the two parts you see on the screen. Now the next thing is the top is closed. So I'm going to close here also. So hope you can see that. Now we are moving forward. We've successfully gotten the plan. If you look at the plan, you'll be seeing this part my arrow is pointing, which is here. And here also, I can call here to be my A. That side is A. Here should be my B. That side is B. Then this is my circle, 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 circle that you're seeing on the screen, looking from the top. So we move forward to the end view. The end view is always beside the what? The front elevation that we're considering. So what I'll just do is, I'll just project here this way. Just take here out. Right. And I'll also take here, draw my 45-degree at the side here. Is that taken? So when I place it this way, I'm going to draw my 45-degree from here. And see that? Press it on my T-square. Whatever I project. So if I project this center line and the center line where they meet this way, that is where I will project vertically from that inclined line to meet here to this way. So that is where my circle will fall in. And we know that this is the top of the circle here. So if I just take my instrument and I take it from this point to this point here, I'll be getting this. So let's do this way. Hope you can see that. And if I move the other circle here from here to this point, and I take it up also, that is where the other one will be, and that is complete circle. I am looking at it from the front. Can you see that? Then the other one, it is smaller. If I project it, and I take it up also to meet here. Then I'll get the other circle inside. Can you see that? Then you'll be seeing everything as a straight line. That is just the beauty about it. Looking from the front, as you can see, you see this web as a straight line, and you see it as if it's on the same level as this. So I'll just project this downward. And this also downward. Then I'll close it up here. The same thickness as here, as you're seeing. Can you see that? Then the web, this web you see here, point A, if I push it to this point, and I come here too, and I move this also to this point, then I'll project them up. Project them up. So where it meets with this particular web here, then I'm going to thicken it. Then close here. And here too. I'm talking about this web you see here. So looking at it from the front, you'll be seeing this is still my point A and my point B, as you can see, A and B here, which is falling on this. Now the next thing is, I have not even completed this yet because of this you see here. I'll bring it down, and this you see here, I'll bring it down. Alright, we say it is given to be the length is 40, as you can see on the screen. So I can easily measure my 20. Now I'll place it at the center here. I'll mark 20, 20. So I'll close it up. Close it up also. Then close it up. Right? Where is that? Then the inner one here. Right? And it's given to be 24, 12, 12. So we know this is 12 here. From here to here is 12. So I place it here. Now I have 12 here and 12 here. So I can easily close it up this way. And here to this way. Close it up. And close it up. Looking on the top, we're seeing this way. Now, we move forward. I can now project those points to get the circle. So what I just need mostly is just project the center line of the circle. This way. To touch here. And to touch here. So when you project them up, so that is where my circle will be. So this side you see is my hidden line, my center line. So the same 7. So I just only need one side of it. So I project one side of it and also one side of it. Then you take it up, touching here, and take this one up too. It's touching here, so this is where your hidden line will be. Also here too. Because you cannot see the circle looking from the front. So the same measurement here, 7 mm. because the diameter is 14. So I'll just mark here too. And from here also, I'll mark here too. So I'll draw my hidden line. And you see that? So the last but not the least, before I forget this, I have to just complete my center line here. And this too. So you can close it up. And what else do we have here? And this. You'll be seeing it as an hidden line from the front. So let me just project it there. So you cannot see it on the front, so it will be here. Then the hidden one too, you can just put that too. Internal one. Turn from here. Just come from here. So this is what we have. We have successfully drawn out the shape that you can see at the right hand side of the screen. So I'll just help you a little bit by putting in a dimensioning. So if you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.